Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick response video to Nathan Morales' 500 Spirits contest. A little thing he put together where we are here celebrating all of his subscribers. First and foremost, Nathan, congratulations. You deserve everyone you have, plus many more. If there happens to be someone watching my video who has never seen Nathan's videos or hadn't subscribed to his channel, make sure you do that before you turn off your computer. If you are involved in the VC or want to become a bigger part of the VC, you have to be subscribed to his channel. That's just kind of a must. So make sure you definitely do that. But he was kind of celebrating by having a one-question contest / thread, which is really nice because kind of keep it simple, but a really good question. And he was basically asking us to show a record that we felt kind of described him or that represented him in our minds, stuff like that. And so that's what I did. And I tried to keep it very, very simple too. I didn't overthink it this time and try to find which record has the most songs that represents him, or the artwork, or blah blah blah. I just kind of thought, when I think of Nathan, what other band gives me the same emotional feeling that I get when I think about Nathan, if that makes sense. So I guess more so I thought about it from an impression standpoint, the impression I've gotten from Nathan, what song or band gives me that same impression or gave me that same impression. So I came up with one which was kind of interesting, and it was one of the first ones that popped in my mind. Didn't have to think about it much at all, so I kind of figured that must be right. And what I came up with is Kansas, Point of No Return. And before you guys start laughing, let me make sure I explain why. But the reason I thought about this album is, and actually let me first and foremost kind of explain my impressions of Nathan as we've gone through developing the VC. When I first met him in the VC here, I remember one of my first thoughts about him was his physical appearance, that he looked like a really tough guy, and I guess that's something maybe I pay attention to because, me being a 6'5" bald black guy, a lot of the things that I deal with musically don't exactly match my exterior. So I tend to be conscious about that. Not that it bothers me or that I judge people by it, but I just think it's really cool when someone's insides doesn't necessarily match their outsides. That's oftentimes a cool thing to me. So I happened to notice that about Nathan. I thought, exterior, he looks like a really tough guy. Like if he puts a really hard snarl on his face, you could cast him in like a gangster movie or something, and he could fit right in with no problem. So, but then, of course, as all of you know, he may have the ability to have that exterior if he wanted to, even though he doesn't, give that across, but he could if he wanted to. As you know, as we've been watching his videos and getting to know him over the years, couple years here, he's as soft and generous and, I don't know, maybe pleasant, really. It's just kind of, I guess, a good word to sum it all up on the inside. Just a really, really heartfelt kind of guy. Still one of my most moving moments in the VC ever. The thing that's shaken me up the most out of any video, and I've told this story a number of times, is when he shared that story about his uncle and Fleetwood Mac's Landslide. Again, right now I still get goosebumps every time I even mention that story that he shared with us that time. And so again, it was really interesting for me to get that physical appearance from him early on, and then get to know him on the inside, from the heart, the way that I've had the opportunity to do it. So that's what made me think about Kansas as being my pick, and mainly because of the song Dust in the Wind. I think that's probably the main reason why I chose this to represent you, Nathan. And again, that goes back to, I remember when I first heard the song and when I first saw the video. And, this is back in what, 77, I think, and obviously some of the stuff they were wearing, they had on some of the tuxedos with the ruffle things and all of that. But if you kind of just get past all of that in your mind and you look at the lead singer, the guy who sang the song, what's his name? Um, he was kind of a tough-looking dude. I mean, again, you get rid of his little ruffle shirt. He had the big mullet thing, and I've always said he almost looks like Danzig's little brother. Is kind of that's the impression that I got from him. But then to hear him singing this, I mean, really soft, just smooth flowing song, especially some of those high notes that he hits in the songs. I just remember thinking when I first saw that video, I was like, this song doesn't match this dude. Then you have the other funny guys that come in with the long blonde hair and the big, guy with the big beard and all that, on and on. But again, keep that part of it out of your mind and just look at the lead singer, his face and his expressions and everything. Just a really tough dude singing a song that just was so like heartfelt and soul touching. And so again, it's like when I think about my impression from that, the first time I saw that video and putting those two things together, it makes me think about when I first saw Nathan and where I know him today. Very tough looking, as far as being a big, tough, outward guy. But when you get to know him, completely and totally heartfelt and can just move you in ways you couldn't imagine. So, Nathan, my friend, oh, jeez. Hate that song. I Will Survive is one of the worst songs ever. I don't know why I have it on my iPod there. It's a classic, but I hate it. Anyway, to stay on subject. Anyway, they just want to say, congratulations again. So glad you're a part of this community, and I know you will be around for a long time within this community, and we look forward to every minute of it. All right, take care, my friend, and we will talk to you soon.